Good evening, how are you? Welcome. It's one day, gosh, it's Monday. I can't get over the fact that it's Monday. And I'm just checking the old calendar here. I've got this strange little calendar which is very hard to see. You'd think it was dead easy, but it's not. So it's Monday and it's the 20th of April. Doesn't seem very long since I was saying it was the beginning of April. Remember the April Fools? Well, here he is, still with you. And nice to have you here tonight. Thank you for all the nice comments about yesterday's Bobcast. Somebody said I finished it a bit abruptly. That's because I do try to watch my time, and I'm only paid for 13 minutes, no more than that. I just think the fee I get for this is ridiculous. 500 quid a session, but there we go. Thank you very much to the sponsors. Fill out about the sponsor. Oh no, I mustn't talk about that podcast. If you know what I'm talking about, you probably shouldn't. Right, anyhow, welcome. Nice to have you here. I've had a bad day. I was robbed by 6 dwarves today. I have to say, not happy. Yeah, so what's my day been like? Well, my day's been pretty good, actually. Yeah, it's had some really good times about it. Fab times and some reasonable times, some good FaceTimes. And conference call, that was exciting. Finance, trying to sort out the money. Are we going to survive for another few years? Are we going to survive for another few weeks? That's the question. And money's interesting, isn't it? Because I'm very lucky I haven't been furloughed, or whatever it's called. Furlongs, that's what horses win races by, isn't it? And so I thank God for that. And if you're listening to this and you have been, then my prayers and thoughts are with you. Because it is a tough time and there's a lot of people really concerned about how they're going to survive and what they're going to do and things. And also it's about passing the time as well, isn't it? It's that's not always easy. Yesterday the wife and I watched 3 movies back to back. Luckily, I was the one facing the TV, so I quite enjoyed the whole experience, to be honest. But yeah, so there we go. So I'm going to tell you this joke because it was sent in to me, and it has made me giggle ever since I read it. Dr. Fern was a noted biologist, but he was stumped, absolutely stumped. He'd spent months studying little green frogs in a swamp. And despite all efforts at predator control, the population was declining at an alarming rate. Fern finally went to the chemistry department of his college to see if anyone there might be able to help him. Ah, said Dr. Myra. She looked into the problem and came up with a solution. She said the little frogs had succumbed to a chemical change in the swamp's water and simply couldn't stay coupled long enough. If you don't understand that, just ask one of the kids, they'll tell you. They couldn't stay coupled long enough to reproduce. Myra brewed up a new adhesive made from a dash of this, a splash of that, and most critically, 1 part of sodium. And it worked. And you mean, said Fern. Yes, said Myra. They need a monosodium glutamate. Monosodium glutamate. Gosh, I remember that. God, we used to have that in certain meals from certain countries' restaurants that we went to on a Saturday night. Remember when the pubs used to shut at 10 o'clock when I was a boy in Glasgow? We went to a pub called the Titwood or the Fotheringay. Men's bar and the Fotheringay. You wouldn't be allowed that these days. But of course you were thrown out at 10 o'clock. And I used to work on a Saturday, so I didn't get finished till 6. So by the time you'd had your tea, got out, you got into the pub at 8 o'clock and you got 30 pints to drink. Well, I've never been able to drink pints. Someone my size can't drink pints. But then we would go out for a Chinese meal afterwards and lots of monosodium glutamate afterwards. So yes, very drunk there one night, somebody was, and he said to me, "You remind me of a pepper pot." And I'll say, I'll take that as a condiment. Yeah, so So one or two people have said to me how much they enjoyed the Beatitudes, Beatitudes for a global pandemic. We've put them on the website, and they're up there on the front page of www.standrewskelso.co.uk. They're there. But I thought I'd just have some more. I can't remember which ones I read last night, so if I repeat them, then so be it. Blessed are the single parents, for they are coping alone with their responsibilities, and there is no respite. Blessed are the bereaved, for whom the worst has already happened. They shall be comforted, and of course we shall comfort them as well. Blessed are the church workers, the deacons, priests, ministers, and bishops, for they are a comforting presence in a hurting world as they continue to signpost towards God. It's always a funny expression, signposting, isn't it? We used to talk a lot about that when I was in Hereford and we were working with local authorities and all sorts of things. We're signposting this and we're signposting that. Oh, I'm a signpost. There I am. Go this way, go that way. 3 miles, 4 miles, whatever it happens to be. Interesting things being a signpost. So I also, 2 people have messaged me. By the way, nearly 90 of you watched BOBCAST last night. So if you're one of those 90, come back again. Thank you. It's really good. Somebody said, could you continue some of the Scottish things? And so I found some great insults. I thought I'd share them with you. All his eggs are double yolks, e.g. he's full of rubbish. Quite like that, really. Away in Ballyheed. Well, old chap, would you like to go and boil your head or get lost? Away you go in Ballyheed. Gittifer. I can't work out what that one means, but it's... I think Billy Connolly may have been involved in that. Glaikert. He's a bit Glaikert, that guy. A bit stupid. And a roaster. Someone being an idiot. I must admit, I hadn't heard that one before. A roaster. So there we go. There's a few. I've got loads more. Pure Dead Brilliant. Very good. I like that. Oh, he's pure dead brilliant, that bloke. Absolutely. Oh, that lady. She's pure dead brilliant. Tidy. She's beautiful. Absolutely tidy. Yeah, keep it going. So what else have I done today? Well, listen to a bit of music, a bit of Ellie Goulding. I like Ellie. That's good. Thought of the song Crazy. Sort of various different songs and things, all sort of quite gentle and melodic. Haven't had as much time as I would like to listen to music, but I was thinking, I wonder if we were rewriting music for the sort of virus. I wonder what sort of songs I might make up, what songs I would sing. And I thought, well, I want to hold your hand, but I won't. I want to hold your hand, but I won't. There's no place like home for the holidays, or any day at the moment, rather like that. My Corona. Who made these up? I made up one or two. I love this one. Baby, is COVID outside. that is a good song. I listened to that earlier on, and Baby, it's cold outside. Very funny, very sort of interesting. And then Don't Stand So Close to Me, Don't Stand So... So these are the sort of the COVID songs that I think... I like this one as well. While My Guitar Gently Weeps. While my guitar gently weeps. Come flew with me, come flew away. Yeah, so anyhow, I don't know a lot about Motown groups. I know like 3, maybe 4 tops. No, there we are. That's all we're gonna get to, I think, today, because there we are. My son's friend, by the way, lost his job, and he went to the job centre and he asked the manager if they had any furniture removal positions available, and the manager said to him, "Why don't you take a seat?" So, how's your day been? I've told you all about mine. Isla's snoring, and she's okay. Daisy's just being Daisy. My day's been good, but how's yours? I hope it's been okay. I hope you haven't been, some people have put some really strange things on Facebook. Some people are like me, they're really very smug. Or there's just something that's, don't know how you find it. I just think everyone else seems to have got it right and I never quite get it right. Do you feel like that? I decided I'm not going to let them make me feel inadequate or that type of thing. And I'm sure they won't make you feel that way either. I'm going to press my thing here. My clock's gone dark. It's on my phone. So I've got this timer going on and it's telling me when I get to near my 13 seconds. So let's just remember those for whom life's worse than us. Those who are really struggling. Young people, and talking to someone today, and I said, how's your daughter? And they said, well, she's really beginning to get to her today. And yeah, it's hard. Young kids missing their friends. And we're the same. We're social animals. I'm a social animal. Animal, anyway. I like a bit of social. So let's remember in our prayers those who are finding it hard. Those who are getting to the bottom of the freezer and finding things that they haven't got labels on, thinking, what on earth is this? What am I going to eat now? Those who are just suffering and needing to get out. Those who need to do a bit of shopping, but the shops aren't open. And although it's maybe not essential, they just need it. You know that type of thing? Those who want to go for a run in the car. How do you go for a run in the car? I mean, you must have a hell of a big car. I just have a seat in mine. But, those who want to go out for a drive, go to the seaside. Go to Eyemouth, have fish and chips. Yum, 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 yum. Do all those different things. So if you fit into any of those categories, we're praying for you. If you don't, you're really lucky. Very lucky. And let's also thank God for the weather. Because as someone said to me today, as I met them as I was walking up the street, and we just had a conversation, they said, imagine if we'd had that dreadful rain that we had a few months ago and it was so wet. But on the other hand, we need a bit of rain now for the gardens and for the farmers. That's, because we need to grow some land. So nothing's ever quite right, but we'll get there. Oh, 12 minutes, 40 seconds, which means by the time I say the prayer, it'll be 13 minutes and 50 seconds. So let us pray. Watch thou, dear Lord, with all who watch or wake or weep tonight. Give your angels charge over those who sleep. Tend your sick ones, Lord Christ. Rest your weary ones and bless your dying ones. Soothe your suffering ones and pity your afflicted ones. Shield your joyous ones, and all for your love's sake. Amen. May God bless you this night and every night. And remember, the Beatitudes for a global pandemic are now on the front page of the St Andrew's website. Right, God willing, and not too much fair wind, not too many beans, I'll see you tomorrow. Be good. Bye-bye.